Hi everybody, it's Julie. I'm here with today will be layered tags, 2 layered tags and 2 elliptical embellishments. These are for the November No Buy Junk Journal Challenge here on the Dear Julie Julie channel. Remember, the details videos in the description box down below if you'd like more information. The deadline to have your journal finished is November 30th, 2021, and you get to keep your journal. And if you finish on time and you post your journal in the posting area of the Facebook group, you also will receive prizes just for finishing on time and posting the things that are in the details. Okay, so today we are working on our L and E and blessed. Let's get right to it. So starting off, I have taken that same brown paper that I used in the mini challenge and the challenge on Saturday, a different sheet of it, and I have put it on this. This had orchids on the back of it, floral orchids, I think it was. It might have been iris. I didn't look at it really closely, but this is going to work really well for my layered tags. So it gives me something a little thicker, and I really, really like it. So we're going to start off by using one of the pieces that was left over from this is from Christmas in the Woods, and I am going to layer her on top of some of the green paper. So I'm going to bring it down to the bottom, and I'm going to go ahead and glue her down. I'm going to leave this open because, you know, I like to make a tag that has a job, meaning that the tag isn't just a tag, it has something else going on. And so I am going to add an extra little pocket behind it. Okay, so I'm just using my fabric tack. I'm going to go ahead and come down here. I want to make sure there's room for me to rip the green paper over here on the side of her. Okay, so there's that. Okay, I can go ahead, and while that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and trim this down. Okay, and I'll use that later. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and just, you know, while we're waiting for this to dry, we'll just go ahead and fold this over. Okay, so we're going to fold that over just like that. Okay, then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to rip this. Oops. Stopped paying attention to what I was doing, and I ended up with a little indentation. That's okay. Okay, so now I have that. I'll save that. Okay, and I want these going in this direction, so I'm going to go ahead and put this down. Okay, I do want to lift her up a little bit. I need to measure though. I want to make sure that we don't go too big. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's cut a little bit off the bottom, or let's cut off the top. I don't really need the Merry Christmas, you know. I mean, I don't want every single thing to say Merry Christmas in the journal. Okay, so we'll take that. We'll have that to use on something else. And we have her. Yeah, that makes me happy. Okay, so let's go ahead, take her, and we're going to fit her over. And what I want to do is I want there to be this green edge around her. Okay, and at the same time, so I'm thinking like about there, but I'm also going to come over to this side. Oh yeah, that's going to be perfect. Okay. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and let's give this paper a cut. Whoa, did I? Okay, we pull it out. I'm going to put it in the little dilly bobber here and cut it. And this is going to make nice tags for the rest of the journal as well. Okay, so I want to come down, come over, kind of want to have the same thing going on. Oh yeah, we'll be plenty within the size. So I'm going to go ahead, mark that with my finger, and we'll cut that piece too. And now we have that. Okay. Okie dokie. So this is a layered tag, or what I'm going to make as a layered tag. So we have our first layer, we have our second layer, we have our third layer, and I'm just going to go ahead and glue this on here. Okay, so we're going to make at least, well, we're going to make 2 layered tags, and then we need to make 2 elliptical. I'm trying to get 2 of the embellishments done in each video because I have other things that I need to get to. So, okay, so now I'm going to come back and I'm going to trim this down on the back side. And you could use a paper trimmer. I like to rip the stuff. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and put this down, and that's going to give me 2 pockets. And I love pockets, and I cannot lie. There we go. So pocket number 1. And then from these were the digital images are from Christmas in the Woods from the DearJulieJulie digital kit. That's what I'm using mostly for this particular journal that I'm making. And then these are from the large tags, and it was actually, these are a digital misprint. They were printed in portrait instead of in landscape, and this is ugly paper. So we've used 2 of our items that we have to use to make our base here, and so there's that. So now I'm going to go ahead this time and we're going to make it look like a tag. And so the old cut it, turn it over, cut it on the other side. I just think for the way that this is shaped, that's going to be our best look. Okay. And then for the top, okay, you know what? I have some other digital pieces that I thought would look cool on here, and I forgot. But you know what? I could still put that piece on there. I didn't say you need to add 3 things to each thing, but you know, to make something look like you did something to it, at least 3 things done to it is, I think, the minimum that you should do. But like I said, I didn't tell you what to do this time, so you do what you're gonna do. Okay, over here we have some music. I just want something to come down in the center of this, you know, to I just think that's going to make that look more on purpose than just having that paper lace there. That's from a digital. Okay. So there, we've done that. We've got pockets on the back. And, okay, so this is what we have. I'm thinking okay, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm going to take that piece and fold it over. I'm ripping this edge because it has punch out on it. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue this on. Glue it here, and we'll glue it here. Okay, so that goes there, that goes there. Does not need to cover her head. I think we'll do that on the back. That will just kind of, okay, so there's the top of that. Then let's go ahead, turn this over, and I'm thinking I do want to put some of this across. I'm going to have this go all the way across. Okay, the music doesn't go all the way across, but I'm going to have this go all the way across. So it's going to have to be connected right here because I do want to see the music on the bottom. And then we have this up here. Oh my gosh, I love this. I love this. I love this. And it's big. It's so big. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll sew around it. Yep, I can sew around it. But I'm thinking we could add another pocket this way here. If I have something that I can make it out of. Not quite. Ooh, okay. Wait a minute. Look. Look at. You know how I am. I like to use all my scraps. So here we go. Okay, so I think we can go ahead and undo this piece. Okay, so that can come off. But what we're going to need to do is put glue on the smaller piece here and glue it over there. Okay. Okay, let's make sure that that's all good. And then this can go on. Oh my gosh, I love it. And I love pockets, and I cannot lie. So there you go. I'm adding more pockets onto the tag. Okay. And that makes this tag look finished, I think. Okay, let's go ahead and trim that. Very good. And we'll go ahead and fix that. Okay, so there's the front. I love it. This is the back. And then we'll be able to fill this with items. Awesome. Okay, so that is our big tag. Let's go ahead and add our fingernail polish, and I'll be right back. Okay, Okay, so I use the gold glitter fingernail polish LA Colors from Dollar Tree, number 544. Make sure that if you are using them, you're in a well-ventilated area. So I'm thinking one of the things that might be cool to add here is possibly one of the sentiments from the 5 Days of Christmas kit. I'll have to look and see if I have one left, because that one's the one for the 5 Days of Christmas collab. Okay, so I love this. I love this. You know what? Let's go to our, how about Mary or Joy or Hope? I think we'll go with the green Joy. Okay, before we go with the green Joy, we are going to distress it. Okay, we're going to distress it right there on the page. Okay, right in the sticker book. It's just too white to go. I know you're shocked that I'm distressing, but there. I'm going to go ahead and put that right on there. And so I have my giant Joy tag. Giant, huge Joy tag. I love it. Put it over here so that it can go ahead and dry. And we are on tag number 2. So for this one, I have taken, while we were doing the premiere today, I went ahead and I added a napkin to some index cards, and then I put some of them on. I backed them on this also, because even with the being backed on the napkin, the napkin on the index, it was flimsy. It was turning and moving. So you can see that I've already gone ahead and glittered this with the fingernail polish. And I also used the Tattered Angels. And so that's the really fine glitter that you see on here. Like I said, I'm playing with all my stuff. And these days, sometimes the camera will not be on because I'm actually watching and hanging out with you in the premiere. So, but you've seen me put napkins on before. And so this was napkin. It was really weird. It was 4-ply. I have never, so far, have never come across a napkin that was 4-ply. I apparently missed a little spot right here. So we're going to just put some glue in the little spot. And then we're going to turn this. You guys, you should feel this. It feels amazing. It really does. Okay, so we just want to get that to stay down. Okay, so I've rounded the corners on this, and now I'm going to see. Okay, so I have a piece of fabric. You've seen me using this fabric on and off. We did a lot of it in that little the mini journal deluxe that you saw. 3-part series. Was a mini challenge in the challenge for part 1, and then we finished it in part 2 and part 3, filling it with embellishments and it also had a little journal in it. Okay, so from layer number 2, I'm adding the fabric. Okay, when I cut the index card, I ended up with this piece down at the end, and I was like, I wonder if that's gonna fit. And look it, we have like a perfect fit. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and go around this a little. So I've been going back and forth between the brown and the green in this in this project, but I'm also getting a little confused between this project, the 5 Days of Christmas, and the other little projects. You can see there's the napkin there on the end. Okay, we'll just go ahead and layer this. Now, one of the things I usually like to do with this is if I have a long stamp of words, I would really like to go ahead and add that, but I don't today. So we are going to take the little Fischer guy, and I have some music paper. And yes, I did prepare this because I didn't want another 80 million hour long video. It still might be, maybe not 80 million hours, but it still might end up long. But here we go. We're going to go ahead and put that down. So the little Fischer guy from Fischer Piano. And then I have this, and I don't want to cut off his legs. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this down. Okay. And I'm going to come across. Okay. So I'm going to scrap piecework with the scrap right here. Okay, so there we go. We'll go ahead and add this. So we'll put that down. And there we go. Okay. Okay, so there is layered tag number 2. I do want to do a couple of other things. Now, we haven't added any washi tape in a little while, but I think I want to add a little piece of washi. So we have been using it. Okay. And this is how we're going to get these pieces to connect. And then we'll put a small piece over here. Okay. I'll have that piece left. Okay. So there's that. And this just happened to like show up here. Look at that. Okay. And we have this piece. I mean, if you're going to layer the tag, you might as well layer the topper too, right? So there's that. And here's this piece. Okay, so it does have a topper. Okay, I think this needs some words. I hope we can find something. How about fresh? He's got holly. I was gonna say, how about fresh cut trees? Let's see, holiday market. Yeah, I think we'll do holiday market. Okay, and we're gonna put it. Should we put it up here? Yeah, because that's where you will actually see it, is up at the top. Now we could go ahead and put this onto something. I'm just going to use this as an example. See if yeah, I think I want that on there. So let's find us a little something that we can use. Okay. There we go. And we made our own little label. And we'll go ahead and attach that. You know, I do have, for this kit, I can use, we have Santa, and he's really cool. He's like glittery. I'm gonna put him right there. So yeah, I didn't put Santa in the little mini journal, but we can put Santa in this. Okay, so there he is, little Santa charm. I was actually thinking about having him hang down, but I think that will be fine. So this is my layered tag number 2. So we have our giant layered tag. Okay, giant layered tag. We have our little layered tag. Now over here, I think I had a piece of the napkin left. Oh, I forgot. This is, look at this little collage tag that I made. Isn't that cute? I think that should go in there. I think that should go in there because it's really cute. I could put a piece of that on here, and that would be really pretty because it would bring the red in, but not too much. Okay, so let's see, what do we think? Okay, I think I'm gonna want to pull this away. Okay, go ahead and put a line down. So we'll start there and go up. I love this. I love the plaid of it. Okay, and then we'll let the joy come over and hang out over there. Oh yeah. Sometimes it's funny. It's like you just add, I think, I'll just add that one little thing. And, you know, I'm using this napkin. So I used it here, I used it here, I used it on this. And then I have these 2 pieces that I've covered also. I have an envelope that's covered, and I have the guest check that has some on it. So, yeah. So I think that's beautiful. Okay, so here's our 2 large tags, and now we're going to move on to our elliptical embellishments. Okay, so this is what I have this time. And so what can we do with these? And I want them to be different. So, okay, so I have this. Okay, so for the first one, we're going to come back to this one, okay? So for the first one, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to trace around the inside of our elliptical. And somewhere I have stencils for this. I don't think they're this big though. And this came about because we needed another E for blessed, but also because I am loving the round embellishments. How about you? Are you enjoying making and playing with the round embellishments? I really am. Okay, so we are good here because the brown paper here is ugly paper that we went ahead, turned upside down. And so we are good as far as using a base element. I'm just cutting around this, okay? Just cutting. Okay, so there's our beautiful round embellishment. Now, when I look at that, I see an ornament. So I think I'm going to build an ornament out of that. That might look really cool on there. And we need to distress it. I hope when I go to do mine, I'm not upset that I've used all these. pieces and go, oh, I used the best pieces. Because I did buy this for my journal this year. Okay, we got it. We had a skinny leg there. Was a little worried about the skinny leg. Okay, so there's that. What if wow, the wind is blowing like crazy right now. And I just got a message that our Washington daughter had a tornado watcher warning where she was today. It's crazy. Weather is crazy these days. Okay. You know what? Since I kind of have this this napkin thing going on today, let's go ahead and add that napkin right down there. Okay, so this is elliptical number 1. Let's turn this over. We'll just line it up with the words. Just the bottom edge there, just the bottom edge. But it is, okay, and then here is our deer. Oh dear. Okay, so there's our deer. And then I think we need some lace. Kind of right now it looks like an egg. Well, I wouldn't have run over if she wasn't. Okay, so there's that. I do like that. So this is what we're going to use for the topper. We will use this. You know how at the top of the ornament it has like the silver usually. I don't have this in silver yet. I think I have some silver lace coming, but I don't have, it's not. I probably have silver lace or trim. Okay, bow there. So maybe and we'll just put this in right underneath. If it doesn't stay with this, then I'll sew it on. I'm not going to staple through this pretty bow. These. I'm thinking that one can go right on the back of this. Okay, we'll just put you right there. Okay, so that's going to be my elliptical number 1. Elliptical number 1. Okay. Yes, I love it. So we're going to let that sit over here. Actually, let's go ahead and glitter this real quick. Just, I like to glitter where there's green because I like, it's like, they're Christmas plants. They're magical. I mean, this one even has mushrooms. It's like totally magical. Down here. Elliptical number 1. Now we're going to move on to elliptical number 2. Now, I have had people asking me how to make a shaker card, and it just happened that this pulled out at the same time as this pulled out. So we are going to go ahead and we are going to make an elliptical shaker card. And but the way that I'm going to do it is I'm going to use my sewing machine, okay? But first I need a background for this. And I'm going to take let's go through what we have from the digital. Okay, what we have from the digital. I'm thinking it's probably going to need to be a page. Okay, it's going to have to go in this direction, so I don't think that those will work. Okay. These are just barely not big enough. Wouldn't that be beautiful though with the church? You guys, let's see what we've got as far as the church. See if we have another church image. I might have a large tag of the church. I don't think. Okay, we also have that. Okay, so just a FYI there. Looking for the church. Okay, so there we have the church, and there we have it. It will fit, okay? It's gonna be, okay, let's decide if we like that one better, because I can put something down at the bottom of this one if I need to. Or this one. I kind of like this one. I like the look of this one. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So this time we're going on the outside. Then we're going to take this, and we're also going to cut the oval out of this. So we're getting close to being finished. I only need to use embossed card, and I used another box. I've used everything else, so I need to find an embossed card. Okay, so there's our outside piece. And then we're going to cut this piece. So if you're not sure what I'm talking about, this is for the November Buy Junk Journal Challenge here on the Dear Julie Julie channel. We do a challenge here each month, and the details change each month. We change our Facebook group each month. The details are available in the video in the description box down below, and it tells you everything you need to know on what to do next, where to go, so that you can join us in the challenge if you would like. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and cover this in our glue, because we're going to sew this anyway. So okay, so I think, yeah, we're going to sew this anyway. So we're going to cover this, and let's get him on there as best fit that we can get. Okay, so this is going to be our background. That's our background. Okay. This is our foreground. Okay, but we're going to want to put something down here. But it can go, we can build it here, and then it can go right inside this window. between this and the acetate. Okay. So I'm thinking maybe we get down here into our little embellishments. I was thinking Fischer boy, but I think he's going to be that's too small. That's even smaller. Is that our acetate? We don't want to lose our acetate. Yeah, that might be it. Okay. Yeah, no hole in it, right? Just this. Okay, we're good. Don't lose that. Let's see. Okay, a little finished journal can go up there. Okay, how about a bunch of deer down here? Can do that. Okay. We can have deer down here. Deer down here. Okay. And then we could have okay. Okay, here's the little Fischer boy. And we'll make our own little snow globe. Okay, so here's our little Fischer boy. He's coming from over here. And here's our little girl. They're about the same size. That's the thing that's cool about. Okay, so the little girl just ripping around her. Okay, you know what? Our deer should probably be in the background. Oh dear. So again, this is using Christmas in the Woods digital. Oh, let's take that giant holly off. Make sure we don't lose any antlers or deers or anything. There we go. Okay, and I think if we go ahead and there we go. We'll just put them. They're gonna just be sitting over here on the side. Our little boy is just walking. And she's just there waiting. We've got deer. Oh dear. We could have littler deer way up here too. Because we have littler deer. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we have our deer. We have the kids. I could put a piece of lace down there. Oh, I like that. On the outside. Ooh, on the outside. I have an idea. Okay, so this lace is going on the outside. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this while I put this together. No, I'm not, because I need to tell you what I'm doing. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and she's going to go on the inside and the deer are going to go on the inside. I need them to be covered really, really good. So I'm going to use my glue stick just because it will get all the way to the edges. And then I'm going to also add some fabric tack just so that it stays on. Okay. And let's see, where are we going to put our deer? We're going to put them right here. They kind of look at that. It looks like they're supposed to be there. Okay, we're going to do the same thing with her. We're going to put the glue stick on her and a little bit of okay, and then we're going to add her like she's walking down the lane. Okay, so she's walking down the lane. She's coming home from church. Okay, so that's what we have so far. Now we need our acetate, okay? And I need to make sure that I can get into it. So I'm going to go ahead and it's folded up here, which is good because then it's not going to get in my way. But I need it to be folded higher so that it's there. Okay. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to take my ATG gun, okay, and I'm going to put some here, some here, some here, and some here, okay, and that's going to help to hold this down while I fill it, okay. Okay, you know what? This can go down all the way because, okay, like that. Okay, make sure we are side to side. Okay. Okay, so that's going to give me that. Okay, now my little guy is going to come and he's going to sit he's going to be right here at the bottom. Okay, so let's go ahead and he needs ATG. He needs double-sided tape. Okay, and he needs to be full of it. And then he's gonna, so let's get everything lined up, and then we can pop this up a little bit because I want him to be under it. Okay, and I want him to be low. I want to see the deer. Okay, there. Okay, and then there was a little glue over, darn. Okay, but that's okay, it's on the outside. Okay, so there's that. Then, okay, so there's that. So now we're going to go ahead and put our ATG on this. Okay, let's come over to the edge, so. And if it comes off and it's, put it on. Okay, so we're going to go all the way around till it gets skinny again. And I'm going to taper off. Okay? Okay, so now this piece is going to go on top. You want to line it up with the back piece. I only have one of these. I don't want to screw this up. Okay. So now if you don't have something that has the hole already cut out, you can go ahead and cut it out with an X-Acto knife or something like that. So that's what we've got so far. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sew around this, and I'm going to leave this area right here, where I can go ahead and fill it. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. Now I'm a little off there, but that's okay because we're going to cut around it one more time. So when you go to sew this, you want to make sure that you are using your, well, this time like a medium. Okay. So what I did was I just went around the elliptical that way. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to come in here and I'm going to trim this down. Okay. And then where I was off, I'm going to trim it in. Okay. So this is packaging from stickers, I think. Maybe from a stamp set, but I think it's from stickers. I did open 2 stamp sets today and yesterday, so it could be from that. Okay, then we need to open this so that we'll be able to get in it. Okay, so that can all get thrown away. Okay, so our girl is on the inside, our deer on the inside, our little Fischer guy is on the inside. And we have this that will open. And I forgot to do any of the static, keeping the static out. I didn't do that, so oh well. Now I have, in my stash, I have so many beads and things like that, but I have these, and I had pulled these out the other day for another project that I didn't use them for. But I like to use beads, so we're going to put some beads in there. Okay, so a good amount of beads. And I may add more. I have these little snowflakes. They've had them for a few years. Oh, wow. How'd they get closed like that? I have another one if I can't get this out. We'll just go to the other one. But they've had them at... oh, this is just chunky glitter. Just chunky glitter. Oh, cool. It twists off. So we'll just add some chunky glitter because it was here. Okay, so some chunky glitter. Okay. That's our chunky opalescent glitter. And... wow, I don't know what happened here. Has anybody had this happen? I'm just going to push it in, you guys, because I don't have time. And I don't have time to go out to the warehouse and find the snowflakes, because I know I have more. Okay, so there's some big ones in there. Oh, these are. Oh my gosh, they're cool. Okay, so there's little tiny fine ones like that. But then there's these big ones. Those are awesome because those are going to make everything else move around. Okay. You want, I was going to go see if I could find a bell or something to go in there. But those right there, those will lift it up. so that you'll get the shaker. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and finish sewing this. I'll be right back. Well, here is my finished shaker. Apparently I forgot to turn on the camera after I had sewed the hole back up. Then I pulled out these, this set. You've seen me use it before from Michaels. And this was one piece right here underneath this poinsettia. There's a plastic poinsettia underneath here. And then these are two little pieces. I added 2 pieces of the music vellum up here. Put those 2 pieces on the side. Added the 2 poinsettias. And then I also added the lace here. So I have decided I'm keeping this because it's Tom and me and the church, and our story started and very much revolves around the church, and I think this is going to be perfect for our story. And I absolutely love it. So I'll be making another elliptical item for the challenge journal because I'm keeping this one. I'm keeping it. I am keeping it. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we did. I will show you this one at the end. So for our first, we made this large tag and we used the digital misprint, okay? Flipped it over here. Remember the background, this is a layered tag, okay? So we have 2 layered tags and 2 elliptical embellishments this time. And so this layered tag, the back is 2 pieces of cardstock, thin cardstock, that have been glued together. And this was ugly paper. Remember, if you've seen this one before, it had the orange cassette tape pictures. And then brown on the other side. So I put the 2 pieces together. So the base of this is ugly paper. Then we have the digital misprint. Then we have some of the Lowe's green paper here. And so I used the large tag and I folded it over the side, and that gave me the 2 pockets over here. So we've got 2 pockets there, and we used the part that we cut off and added that here. I made this little tag during the premiere on Tuesday, and it has some napkin and music paper washi and some scraps down there. I just thought that looked good right in there. We added a piece of the napkin to the side here. This cutout that I had from a digital in my little box, and some of the music we distressed and added this joy sticker. And up here we have the music paper, and we've turned it over here, have more of that lace paper here, and then we have some lace here. Also added the gold fingernail polish for the sparkle that I love to have in a Christmas journal. So that is layered tag number 1. Layered tag number 2, we did this, and it was an index card, and I put the napkin on the index card. The napkin work was all done during the premiere, so it was already done before we started this video. But I had this ready. I rounded the corners, added this piece of fabric. I added this piece from making something. But this was it was a scrap from that. So we have the little Fischer boy here and some music. Added washi tape, one of the little Santa charms, and the words holiday market. I figured since he's, coming home with the holly and some wood, he's probably been to the market. Looks like he's got mistletoe in his pocket too, doesn't it? Okay, and then on the tag topper, I went ahead and added 2 different laces. And it's backed with this board. Okay, and it's really nice weight. Okay, the background, the napkin also has the glitter from the fingernail polish And it also has Tattered Angels. I just noticed that he is missing his glitter. No, we can't have that. So we're going to put some glitter in his pocket and some glitter on the holly that he's carrying. I just love the way that the glitter shines on green. So there's my second tag. And then we have our first elliptical, and I made an ornament, and we added this to the back so there is some journaling space. And so this was our ugly paper again, and napkin, napkin, lace are all elements that you need to use somewhere in your journal. And then we added the glitter to the sticker here. The sticker's also been distressed because they were very white. Okay, and so that is elliptical number 1. And then for elliptical number 2, I made a shaker out of some items that I had in my stash. I love that the church is in the background. We put her here coming down the lane like she's coming from church, and he's coming from the other direction, and they're going to meet and live happily ever after. And then we have some deer over here. This is from one of the deer cards, and we went ahead and put that in there just so that we'd have something else going on in there. And then, like I said earlier, we added this and these from Michael's. The poinsettias might have been from Hobby Lobby. Yeah, the poinsettias are from Hobby Lobby, but these stickers are from Michael's. Okay, and then I added lace up here so it was like an ornament, and I absolutely love this. I think this might be one of the favorite things that I've made this year, like at all. I love it, and I love it so much I'm keeping it. It's going in my stuff, and I will go ahead and I will make another elliptical, like I keep saying. So there we go. Is this what you were thinking for elliptical? Something oval is what I did, as I went with an oval, but we needed an E for blessed. So this was our L for blessed layered tags, 2 of them, and I made 2 elliptical embellishments. So, yeah, so which one is your favorite? Please make sure that you're coming back, adding a comment to the comment section. It really does help, and my channel, and it helps it be seen when it sees that people saw and stayed and commented. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. I don't know how I'm going to put this in. I think I probably would hold this with a paper clip or possibly a belly band and have it go in from this direction, just because I'd want to take it out and shake it. So now in my house, I think it's going to be an ornament, and it's going to get a really important place, and it may stay up all year because I love it that much. I love it. I love it. So, yeah. So if I'm totally distracted by that. Tomorrow's Saturday, and so we will have our mini challenge in the challenge, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So, yeah, and don't forget to go check out those 5 days Xmas 2021. So all the hashtag 5 days Xmas 2021, and you'll find those that are making their 5 days of Christmas projects and sharing them. And some of us are using 5 days Xmas collab 2021. Find something to celebrate every day. Have an amazing day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye. writing in the writing. These are for the, and we'll go ahead and have patience. Have patience. Oh boy, this is all ephemera. There's the pages. I'm like, oh no, what did I do with them? Excuse me. Hey, kitty.